Is beauty important for humans? That is a question that I have a very clear answer to, but I'm starting to question whether I am alone in having a very strong opinion about this, because I think that the world today has become ugly. I'm just going to put it out there. The world is ugly. And I'm talking about, of course, the modern world. Everything that is being made today, let's just say it's not made with love and care and passion. It's made with a spreadsheet and profit margins in the back of the mind. But I think it goes a lot deeper. So for me personally, I'm a very visual person. I have always cared a lot about aesthetics and quality, you know. I think quality and beauty usually go together. Of course, you can make a quality white cabinet that has no soul, but quality usually goes together with craftsmanship. And the craftsmanship is gone in today's world. You don't see a guy spending a month making a cabinet with ornamentation. Is that the word? Ornaments with details, with hidden compartments. The love. I live here on Madeira Island, and the other day, me and my girlfriend, we walked down in the old town, which is very beautiful. Cobblestones and just charming buildings and vibrancy. And then there are these new bins. They just swapped them. Before there were like green metal ones, not super beautiful, but still they had a little bit of charisma. Now the new ones, they are like gunmetal gray, and it's just like a sheet of metal, you know, bended around. It's just ugly and it's depressing and it's almost scary to look at. Who is making the decisions that this is the bin we need? There has to be absolutely no colors, no love, no joy, no beauty. It should not fit into the rest of the environment. You know, like why is it that there is such striking agreement across the world, especially the Western world, that everything that is new and usually government made or funded has to be boring and sad and depressing. I really don't know how this works in terms of implementing it. That the fact that there's nobody ever who's like, okay, here's an idea, guys. We use the same budget, but we make something that's beautiful. Is this possible? No one brings this idea to the table. I feel like we as people should really start asking ourselves, at what point is functionality and utility too much? At what point are we like bringing beauty, aesthetics, warmth into the picture? Could we have some kind of balance? We are always told that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I disagree with this. I actually wholeheartedly disagree with it. And an example to prove that it's wrong is just to take the old world architecture. Everybody goes to Paris, Rome, all these cities where you find these beautiful buildings. Notre Dame, the Pantheon, the Forum, the Colosseum, all of this. Everybody comes to see these buildings and nobody is like, it's not for me. No. I don't like it. I prefer Arsenal Stadium. People don't say that because it's inherent to the human nature that beauty is beauty. How was it that we could build all this beauty back in the day, and then today it's just not possible? Like I don't even think we could make the buildings that they claim were made, 300-400 years ago. Usually made in 2 years or 3 years because slaves. We claim we live in such an advanced society. How is it that we are not advanced enough to make buildings that are beautiful? Why does every new high-rise have to look like a bin? Why does every new building have to be depressing? Most importantly, how is this affecting us people? How is beauty affecting us? If you think that beauty doesn't play an important role in the mental health of us humans. I think you are wrong. I think humans are deeply, deeply reliant of beauty as part of a life where you thrive, a life where you love. If you spend your entire life inside a cubicle with gray, black and white colors, where there's no vibrancy, no joy, there's a direct correlation with government buildings that are miserable and then how people feel when they're inside of them. Imagine if new buildings were beautiful like in the olden days. Imagine if a house wasn't just a square made of cinder blocks, glass and concrete. Imagine if it wasn't just made out of a budget in mind, how to cut corners, how to optimize the building process so we have to do as little as possible. Beauty, to me, is what makes life worth living. We crave a beautiful woman. Women crave a beautiful man, a beautiful personality, a beautiful soul. Everything we love is attached to beauty. Everything we want in life is beauty. So why the hell are we not making beautiful things anymore? I talked about this also 2 videos ago about, I used the lighters as an example, you know, lighters made in the 30s, and then today we have the big lighters. I know it's about optimization, we need the money and everything is expensive, but is it possible to press some kind of reset button? What does it take to get back to a society where it's, wow, we just built this house here and it's so beautiful. Look at the roof. Look at the windows. It's like it's almost inspired by an oak tree, you know? I think modern art is such a hilarious thing, you know? Who actually like modern art? Who wants to look at like, oh, there's a canvas. It's a 1 meter times 2 and it's just blood red. That's it. And then some avant-garde intellect is making a very AI long description of why this is deeply artistic and why it should be $3 million. It's a scam, bro. I think what we need, guys, is to reconnect with nature. What I'm going to say now might offend some of you. I think that if you like modern architecture, if you like to live inside a house that is gray, white, black, then you are very disconnected from nature. Because we're not supposed to be living in an environment like that. We're supposed to live in an environment that resembles nature. And that's why what we live in should be made of nature. It should work with nature, not against it. It's all about convenience and efficiency. I think what it's doing is that it's taking out the life of life. We have no rituals left. When you make a cup of coffee, either you have a machine, we have a machine, I am guilty also. But you can go as far as having a cooker with hot water ready. You have instant coffee, it's already pulverized, you just put it down and boom, you have a cup of coffee in 7 seconds. That's not a ritual. That's like, give me my caffeine, dopamine kick so I can get to work and earn more money so I can maybe buy a nicer coffee machine. I don't know. That was, no. But you get the point, right? But yeah, rituals. Actually, Amalie, my girlfriend, she's a big inspiration to me because she makes beauty out of everything. Every small moment. She's so present that she truly cares about everything she does. So if she's serving tea, it's not just here's a glass. No. She has the teapot and then like beautiful glasses and it simmers, it smells, there's a little essential oil in it. It's a whole ritual where you're like, wow, this is made with love. This is a beautiful experience. She has a YouTube channel that you should follow if you're into caring about the little moments in life. I'll link to her channel down below. I know this is the most generic thing to say. Be present. Just be present, man. That's all you need. It's so generic to us people because we don't know what it means to be present. I've had so many plant medicine ceremonies, ayahuasca, mushrooms, whatever, and they share the same message over and over and over. Be present. Always be present. Never look to the future. Never look to the past. Only here and now. And if you can master that, then life will be nothing but joy and abundance. But yet I am like, I don't get it still, you know. But I mean, present, you mean like I should just breathe and look at the, you know, the ferns, all of this. Is that what it is? Yeah, that is what it is. It's important to talk about this for me because I need to remember this. I need to remember to be present, because if I'm present, I will have the presence to actually make beauty. Beauty is not in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is objective. We all agree what is beautiful. Something might be more beautiful than others. And of course, you can think that something is ugly, and I think it's beautiful. Of course. But beauty generally shares the same DNA, that it's connected to nature. I would love to hear your thoughts on beauty. If you think that modern architecture can actually be beautiful. By the way, I'm not saying that all modern architecture is ugly. I'm just saying that generally modern architecture is deeply misguided. And I think that it's sucking the soul out of us. So yeah, I'm heading into the deep, deep dark. And meanwhile, you can maybe enlighten me. See you guys.